Welcome back to another video in our simple platformer series for Scratch. In this video, we're going to be adding some sounds to the game right before we're getting ready to optimize it and create our title to have kind of a beta release of our first game. We've been in alpha for a while, we're testing out lots of things, but we're about ready to move into beta. So let's go ahead and add some sounds for some polish here. And the way that I like to do this, at least to start, is using a sprite called the speaker, just because I think it's easy to look down at your sprite library and know where majority of your sound's coming from. We are going to change the size of this sprite down to 25, and I'm going to put it in the top right for right now, but I'm actually going to hide it. When the green flag is clicked, we're going to hide the speaker, and we're going to begin playing a sound. And this sound is going to repeat for the duration of the game for now. We can always make it switch based on different levels to add new ambiance to the game, a different mood and feel. But right now we're going to say repeat 99 times playing a sound. And I'm going to delete all the sounds that are here. And I'm going to go down to the sound library, go to loops, is where I'm going to go. I already kind of picked out what I wanted. And, although now I forget, it's movie one. Okay. I like the sound of movie one, but you can play around with the sounds, the pitch, the speed from here, make it faster. And slower. You can make it fade in and out. Pretty neat. I think that's a little too slow, so I'm going to go with this one, faster. Okay, so when the green flag is clicked, play that sound. You have to select it from the drop down here 99 times until done, and then repeat. Let's test it out. Okay, so it just finished playing, and you probably noticed that it kind of lagged just a moment before the next sound. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to fade it out slowly, make it a little louder. And let's hear how it sounds this time. So it fades out, then it comes back in, but it comes in kind of loud. So we're going to fade it in also. Make it a little louder. Let's try it. So that's an example of how you can work with music. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit of sound for our fireballs and our mechanics in the game. So I'm going to delete pop for fireball. I'm going to go into the sound library, go to effects, and you should go ahead and play around and look for a sound that you'd like to use. I'm going to use crunch for the fireball. And so we're going to say that actually, you know what? On the enemy, we should say when fireball. has touched our enemy, it will play crunch. So go ahead and look up your sound that you want. Choose it for your enemy sprite so that you can say right here, when green flag is clicked, if touching fireball, change the HP by 50 and then start sound crunch. So here we go. There you go. And you can do the same thing with your Frostbolt. If you chose to go with Frostbolt or maybe a different kind of projectile, you can go do the same thing. I think it's important I zoom out so you can see all the code, so you can pause the video if you need. There you are. Down in sounds, now we are also going to add another sound here, something that goes well with the Frostbolt. I don't know if it will be good. It's almost like a laser. That sounds like a water plunge. That could work. Maybe even ripples. It's not really a frozen sound though. That ocean wave, kinda. Okay, I think I'm just gonna go with the plunge. All right, so we can maybe even make it a little bit softer. There we go. That sounds pretty good. So when we hit the fireball, it'll crunch. When we hit the frostbolt on our enemy, it will make a plunge. So I'm gonna go test that out. I'm going to quickly just drag my player across all the levels so I can get to my spell book, which unlocks the ability for me to throw frost bolts. There we go. See if I can get him. Nice. So that same kind of process can be done with many, many things in the game. You could even put those sounds directly on the frostbolt instead of the enemy, just by changing them a little bit. You can say if touching the enemy, play that sound and move them around. Find what works for you, what works for your game. But I hope you found that helpful. You could add a sound with player movement when you jump. There could be a sound. When you touch the platform, there could be a sound. If you hit your enemy or switch to game over, you could do so much. So good luck on those endeavors. Happy coding, and I'll see you in a future video.